This episode of Trestle Tactics is proudly presented by Gordon Food Service.
Welcome to Trestle Tactics, a tips from Trestle short. We wanted to know what's going to make our podcasts more valuable to you. And the answers were simple. You want easy to implement tactics and strategies that will let you create an outstanding experience around your senior living food and hospitality programming. So let's dive in right now on today's Trestle Tactics. Welcome to another episode of Trestle Tactics. One of the biggest challenges that I have seen throughout my career in senior living is the divide between our culinary and clinical teams. While our focus and processes for taking care of the residents we serve may be vastly different, at the end of the day, both of these departments' primary goal is to improve the overall health and well-being of those we serve. That's why on today's episode, we're diving into the crucial topic of fostering collaboration between your culinary and clinical teams. You know, all too often we see these departments operating in silos, when in reality they should be working hand in hand to deliver top-notch resident care and dining experiences. By breaking down those barriers and cultivating a collaborative environment, you can unlock a world of benefits for your community. So let's get tactical on how to make this happen, shall we? First, you should always conduct joint training sessions. Get your culinary wizards and clinical rock stars in the same room, learning about each other's roles, responsibilities, and areas of expertise. This cross-training builds mutual understanding and respect and sets the stage for seamless teamwork down the line. In many of our communities, caregivers and culinary team members are both responsible for executing meal service. So it's critical to make sure that both teams understand their roles in that process. And when training and implementing, you should do it as one group, not in two separate meetings. Next, I recommend implementing collaborative rounding. Encourage your chefs and dietary staff to join clinical rounds, where they can provide valuable input on residents' dietary needs and preferences. And on the flip side, have your nurses and therapists observe meal service to truly understand the dining experience from the resident's perspective. You might be amazed at the insights and observations that this new and fresh set of eyes can bring to the other department. Are you looking for new ideas? Then you're invited to a once-a-year big show. Gordon Food Show. Taste hundreds of new products. Learn cutting-edge culinary trends. Attend expert-led presentations. Connect with industry specialists. Special show-only discounts. Gain valuable insights. It's free to attend. The possibilities are limitless. Start here, go everywhere. Gordon Food Service. Another key tactic: develop some shared documentation systems. Whether it's giving your culinary team access to electronic medical records or some other dedicated platform, make sure both teams can access and update information about residents' dietary needs, their preferences, and any changes or concerns they may see. This real-time data sharing is a game changer for coordinated care. Remember that mealtimes are the most often attended activity in a community. So getting and sharing insights with the clinical team for what your frontline staff is observing with Mrs. Smith or Mr. Jones could provide invaluable insight for them. And on the flip side, making sure that the culinary and food service staff know about any changes in care or observe changes outside of the dining room can have an impact on how well a resident might eat. But documentation alone isn't enough. You need open communication channels. So set up regular meetings, email updates, messaging platforms, whatever works for the team. The goal is to ensure important information is shared promptly and any issues can be addressed collectively without delay. It's important to remember that the more informed our teams are about what's happening, the better outcomes and success we will have for our residents' health and well-being. And speaking of that collaboration, invite your culinary staff to care planning meetings. So this is something that we normally think about. but including their expertise in developing personalized dining plans can be invaluable in supporting residents' health and well-being. After all, food is a crucial component of holistic care. And then last but not least, this is probably the most important: celebrate collaborative successes. Whenever your culinary and clinical teams work together effectively to improve resident outcomes or enhance the dining experience, recognize and celebrate those wins. Positive reinforcement goes a long way in encouraging continued collaboration. So there you have it, folks. 6 tactics to cultivate culinary and clinical collaboration in your senior living community. By breaking down those silos and fostering a true team environment, you'll not only elevate resident care, but also create a more engaged and motivated workforce. It's a win-win situation and one that's well worth the effort. So get out there, implement these tactics, and watch the magic happen. We'll see you next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Trestle Tactics. Be sure to like and subscribe on any of our channels: YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you listen to us. Also, be sure to follow us on any of your social media channels at Tips from Trestle. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Trestle Tactics.